best example is the #1 political issue of our time, the crisis of uncontrolled migration.
I want to bring in Christiane Amanpour and pick up on what Caitlin was talking about with President Trump essentially admonishing some of these countries when it comes to migration. He talked about how the UN is funding uncontrolled migration. Let's listen to specifically what he said and talk on the other side.
It's actually creating new problems for us to solve. The best example is the #1 political issue of our time, the crisis of uncontrolled migration. It's uncontrolled. Your countries are being ruined. The United Nations is funding an assault on Western countries and their borders.
Christiane, what do you make of those comments?
You know, Pamela, I differ slightly from Caitlin. I was actually really amazed by the level of vitriol that the President of the United States delivered to his allies, mostly to his allies, let's just face it. Talking about your countries will fail to the Europeans, you know, saying that he had met President Lula for 39 nice seconds, but then banging them over the head again with the cudgel of tariffs. Don't forget, the U.S. has a tariff or a budget surplus with Lula. This was a speech about global carnage as he sees it. This, in every single instance, was used to deliver a hammer blow against almost every nation in the world. Of course, he's correct about uncontrolled migration. He has identified that issue, but the way he talks about how your countries will fail, but it was an incredible broadside. And what wasn't said was how he was going to actually intervene and use American power and its leverage, unique American power and its leverage, to stop the wars that are happening in Europe and in the Middle East. These are the biggest issues plaguing the world right now, apart from the climate and certain aspects of immigration. Let's just say one more thing. The President of the United States could do a lot of stuff with allies. It's very, very difficult for the United States to try to achieve what the President says the United States wants to achieve without alliances. And as these nations try to manage Trump in Trump 1.0, you can see by the reaction that the idea of managing Trump and humoring him is over now. They've got to just try to figure out how to weather the worst of this storm and hope that what he says off script is not what he means in bilateral conversations with them.